So you live in Henderson and you've got a dog. We all want that perfect companion, right? But getting there can sometimes take a little bit of help. We're going to walk through how to find the perfect dog trainer for you and your pup right here in our city.
Just imagine it for a second. A really peaceful walk along the Lake Las Vegas Trail, and your dog is just trotting calmly right by your side. Or maybe you're out on a patio on Water Street, just relaxing, and your dog is settled down at your feet, totally unfazed by all the people walking by. That's not a dream. It's completely possible, and it all starts with finding the right training. Training a dog in Henderson isn't just about sit and stay. It's really about getting them ready for our unique environment, everything from the desert heat to our really busy public spaces. A trainer who gets our city can make a world of difference.
And this is where it gets really specific to our town. We're talking about teaching your dog how to handle all the people on the River Mountains Loop Trail, or how to stay calm when you're near the hustle and bustle of the Galleria at sunset. And of course, a local trainer is going to know how to structure training sessions around that intense summer heat we all know so well.
Okay, so before you even start searching for a trainer, the very first step is to just take a look at your own dog. What is it you actually want to accomplish? Getting really clear on your goals is the foundation for everything else.
Maybe you've got a new puppy, so socialization is at the top of your list. Or maybe your dog pulls on the leash so much that walks are just a total chore. It could be barking or jumping or even bigger things like fearfulness or separation anxiety. Just pinpointing your main challenge is going to help you find a trainer who has the right skills for the job.
So once you've got your goals figured out, it's time to find a professional. Let's talk about how to spot a qualified, humane, and effective trainer who's going to be the right fit for both you and your dog.
You are going to hear this term a lot, and for very good reason. Positive reinforcement is really the modern science-backed standard. So instead of correcting bad behavior, the whole idea is to teach your dog what you want them to do and then reward them for it. It works because your dog starts to think, hey, when I do this thing, something awesome happens. It basically turns training into a fun game, and it really strengthens that bond you have.
And this chart just lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you've got methods that are all about rewards, trust, and science. On the other side, you have these outdated methods that rely on fear, intimidation, and pain. You always want to find a trainer who lives in that first column. It's safer, it's way more effective in the long run, and honestly, it's just better for your dog.
So you start looking at trainer websites, and you might see a whole bunch of letters after their names and feel a little overwhelmed. Don't worry, that alphabet soup is just their way of showing their education and qualifications. Let's just quickly decode a few of the most common ones you'll see.
Okay, let's break this down real quick. If you see CPDT-KA, that means the trainer passed a big test on training knowledge. A certification from an academy like Karen Pryor or Gene Donaldson shows they're committed to specific, usually positive reinforcement methods. And then you have ones like IABC-CBDC or CBCCKA. Those usually mean they have advanced expertise in more complex behavior stuff, like serious anxiety or fear.
Credentials are a fantastic starting point, but you've got to have a conversation. I mean, you're hiring someone to work with a member of your family, so it is totally okay and really smart to interview them. Here are the most important questions you're going to want to ask.
First off, you want to hear them talk about their methods. You're listening for words like positive reinforcement or reward-based. Ask them about their education. See if they're staying up to date. A really good trainer is not going to have a one-size-fits-all plan. They're going to tailor it to your dog and your specific Henderson lifestyle.
And then you got to get practical, right? Ask how you'll track progress so you know if the training is actually working. Make sure you get a really clear breakdown of all the costs and what their cancellation policy is. And this is a big one. For any serious behavior issues, a trainer who is willing to work with your vet is a true professional.
All right, so you know how to find a good trainer. Now let's look at the practical side of things. What kinds of training are actually out there, and what can you expect to invest? You've got a lot of options. Group classes are awesome for practicing around other dogs and people. Private lessons, especially ones right in your home, are perfect for tackling issues that happen right there, like barking at the doorbell. Then you have things like day training or board and train, which can really speed up the learning if you're tight on time.
And here is a general look at the typical investment for 2025 here in our area. So a group puppy class might be a couple $100s, while something really immersive like a board and train program is, of course, a much bigger investment. This just helps you kind of match the right format to your budget and your goals.
Now, this is key.
Training doesn't just happen in that 1-hour session with the trainer. The real magic, the part where it all clicks, is when you take those skills out into the real world. So let's talk about how to practice effectively right here in our community.
If you're heading off to a group class, just being prepared makes a huge difference. A standard 6-foot leash gives you way better control than a retractable one. And high-value treats, I mean something really good, better than their normal food, will keep your dog focused on you. Being ready just sets you both up for a win.
And, hey, being a responsible dog owner in Henderson also means knowing the local rules. Our city requires dogs to be on a leash everywhere that isn't a designated dog park, licensing is mandatory, and good training can directly help you with things like nuisance barking, which keeps you and your neighbors happy.
So where can you actually go to put all this amazing training to the test? Well, Henderson has some fantastic spots where you can safely practice and really reinforce all those new good manners.
For those off-leash skills like a good recall, the fenced-in areas at Barking Basin or Heritage Park are absolutely perfect. And for practicing loose-leash walking and ignoring distractions like other people or bikes, you really can't beat the trails at Lake Las Vegas or the River Mountains Loop. They're amazing resources.
When it comes down to it, training is about so much more than just commands. It's about building a confident, happy dog who can be a welcome part of your family and our whole Henderson community. Putting in the effort now just leads to more peaceful walks, more fun outings, and a stronger, more trusting relationship. Good luck on your training journey. You and your dog are going to do great.